Blue Fans TV. For the fans, by the fans.
Oh, what a shot! What a goal! That's one of the goals of the
Welcome to Sky Blue Fans TV on a Thursday night. The night after, we had a game on a Wednesday for a change. So that's nice to have a Thursday night show straight after a great win at home yesterday. It wasn't a fantastic performance, but we got the 3 points and that's what matters. So tonight's going to be a good show. We're going to have a little chat with a couple of guests that are coming on, regulars actually. And now they are part of the team. Yes, we have a very special guest tonight who's part of the team. We gave a little clue earlier on. We put it on Twitter. We put it on Facebook. So you probably already know who it is. But we'll get him on very shortly and we'll introduce him. And then he has now become one of Sky Blue Fans TV presenters. And he will be presenting the show. He will be. Trust us. He will be presenting the show one day. So while we carry it on then, let's get Ken on. Good evening, Ken. How are you, young man?
Yeah. Good evening. I'm all right, fine. Thank you. Yeah, great win last night. Much needed 3 points.
Yeah, definitely needed those 3 points. And it don't matter how we played, we got the 3 points.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the main thing, mate. That's the main thing. We needed a win. And we got it in the end. We left it late, but we got it in the end, which is good. Which is great.
And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. We've got, as I say, new member of the team. He's been on every so often, probably every other Sunday or every other Thursday. He's a brilliant bloke. He knows all about the Sky Blues. He goes right back. He's got loads of history. He tells us loads of facts and everything on this day, or did you know about this, or did you know about that? He's brilliant. He's part of the Leamington and Warwick supporters group. Welcome, Claudio, as a team member.
Good evening, fellas. It's great to be on board. It was a late signing. You just got me before transfer deadline.
Are you chuffed? Are you happy that you're part of it?
We got it. It was a reasonable fee as well. A reasonable fee.
It was, yeah, a packet of Smarties. Right. Well, you know me. I love to chat about that city at any opportunity. And it means I don't have to talk to my wife about Coventry City. You should be happy to let me talk to you guys and everybody else instead. So I'm on board. Yeah, definitely.
That's it. Definitely. Now, listen, Vicky's already come in. She's on holiday in Cornwall. She's probably having another Rattler. She was at Rattler's factory the other day. Good evening, Vicky. Said, welcome to the team, Claudio. So there you go. She's on board with us. As you know, she's absolutely fantastic. I tell you what. She sent me an email today, and you're going to love next Thursday. She's done a quiz, right? And I've seen virtually all of it today. I think there's 4 questions she hasn't done yet. She's working on it. And I tell you something, it's going to be brilliant. All 3 of you presenting next Thursday. You're going to love the quiz. It's just absolutely superb because obviously with the international break, you know, it's we're going to have the quiz again because we got asked about that. And I did email him earlier. Right, and I'm hoping his internet's working tonight, Ken, because yours plays up sometimes. I can see him crossing his fingers in the background. And second attempt, and hopefully it's working. Ian Small, good evening.
How are you, boys?
How are you?
Good evening, Ian. All right.
No, I'm all right. It's not the internet.
I thought you were speaking French then.
Hey, have you paid for internet tonight? Are you on the free one?
I've paid for it all week. It was superb in Coventry for a couple of days up at Walsgrave, but it was awful here. But it must be a different room. It's just working. So
good, brilliant. Now listen,
before
we go on to any comments or we talk about last night, we've got a very important segment of the show. Just before 8:30, we're going to give the winners out for the competition to win 2 tickets to the City Legends event down at the Walsgrave social club, working men's club. So if you can get your tickets online, I did put a post on Twitter earlier. So you can get down to the old Walsgrave, get your tickets. But we've got 2 to give away tonight. That will be later on in the show. But the most important thing tonight, spot the ball, guys. Where's the ball? Come on. Let's see who we've got. Let's give us a shout. Let's see what numbers we've got flying around. This one's really easy. I think this is really easy tonight. All right, we'll start with you first. We'll go with you, Claudio, because you're brand new to the team. So come on, Claudio.
22.
22. Okay, number 22. And it's a rollover, don't forget. So there's an extra prize in the old gift bag this week. Ken, we'll come to you. Go on, Ken.
15.
What do you reckon? Number 15. Okay, number 15. And Ian, what do you reckon?
17.
17. Okie doke. Right, let's see if there's any comments coming in. So let's spot the ball. Let's get some comments flying in. Let's have a look at these. We've got we live and die in these towns. Number 23. We live and die in these towns. Congratulations, Claudio, for joining the team. Brilliant stuff. Nation Radio's come in and said number 17. So that's 17 there. Ian Pimlott has come in with number 25. What else we got? We've got Wayne, who's come in with number 6. So Wayne's come in with number 6. Let's make a note. Get your guesses in. Under average Cov fan has gone number 17. And then we've got Mark Harrington, number 3. Oh, all the guesses are coming in. And Cov Andy says number 12. And one more before we carry on with the show. We've got Mark Cunningham coming with number 22. Right, brilliant. So get your guesses in. That's what the ball done. Hey, I reckon that's easy this week. Do you reckon it's easy this week, boys? That's easy, isn't it?
That's never what you think it is.
It's easy if you get it right.
It is easy. It is easy. So, Thursday night show played last night. We'll come to you first, Ian, because I know you were up here. You're over for 3 games. You went to QPR. You came up last night for the game. What did you make to the performance, especially first half? What did you make to that first half?
Last night or at QPR? Last night.
Last night.
I thought we started okay. I thought Blackburn knocked it about very well without really any end product.
Yeah.
And then when Kelly went down, he'd already had 3 fouls. He'd already got stuck in. He'd already broken up play. And I said to my dad's mate who was with me, I said, I can't believe this. Another injury. And almost like somebody had flicked a switch. I know Jamie did well running back. He's not a defensive midfielder. But to be fair to Jamie Allen, he put a shift in as he always does. I thought Ayari looked lost in midfield. He's much more dangerous in the top third, as we saw. And I just thought, this is it now. We've got nobody on the bench. If Blackburn keep knocking it about as they are, we're going to lose this. So at half time, I was just pretty resigned to the fact that we weren't going to get anything from the game, if I'm honest.
Yeah. I mean, it did feel like that at some point. I mean, Claudio, Ian touched there on Ayari coming in because Kelly went off. I mean, do you think that was the right substitution? I was saying in the stands maybe he should have pushed Latabodier in there to be more defensive and then brought Sakamoto on. I know Sakamoto isn't the best at defending, but it would have given us another dimension. It seemed to me too much with 2 attacking midfielders trying to play, one of them trying to play as a defensive midfield. Did you think that at the time?
Well, I said to Luca what you just said there, Latabodier and Sakamoto coming on, and Luca said no. I think he's going to put Ayari straight swap and drop Alan back. The problem was you lost Alan's legs in the middle, and Ayari wasn't doing the chasing that Alan was doing, and he was kind of for the first 15 minutes breaking up play a bit, wasn't he, and getting a foot in. Ayari's not that type of player. He wants it at his feet, and he'll do a little bit of skill like we saw last night and produce a shot. So we lost the impetus there, didn't we? And I mean, we're fortunate that they didn't have Brereton Diaz playing for them still, and Bradley Dack, because these are players who would have finished off, I think, as top end of the pitch. Basically, we're a bit fortunate, but we'll take it because we have been unfortunate in other games this season already. But I thought, we lost it a little bit. You're right, he didn't look right, but he's a kid and he's 19. I mean, I suppose there's other lads elsewhere the same age you can produce, but he's not one of ours, is he? He's not like come through the ranks, he's just dropped in, hasn't he? Basically, but we suffered, and we definitely suffered when Kelly went off. Just that stability, basically. But Ian's right. I mean, he was heading for a booking, wasn't he? Because so many fouls. And I actually thought he looked like he's going to get injured because he was kind of getting caught, wasn't he, and making late lunges and tackles, and that can't be good. I'm not surprised he got injured.
And
the injury, I think, came from when he was sprinting back when Eccles lost the ball, and there was a breakaway, and he ran like a greyhound for about 60 yards. Yeah. And at his age, I think he's suspect with hamstrings anyway. I think that's what did it.
Yeah. And Ken, I mean, we were talking in the car after. I mean, they hit the crossbar, but it was tipped onto the bar by the one and only Ben Wilson. I mean, what a game he had, didn't he? And to tip that onto the bar was just phenomenal, weren't it? He's gone on us.
Yeah, he had a great save. Great save from Ben Wilson. He was fantastic, I thought, and he was certainly a contender for man of the match. He made some great saves throughout the game, didn't he? Kept us in the game.
I mean, even in the second half, he made a couple of good saves where, like he did at QPR, he sort of kept us in the game, really. I mean, Ian, do you think we're looking at the game? I mean, I've got the stats here. I mean, let's bring the stats up. The stats are just unreal. Here you go. Look, shots 14 each. On target was 3 to us and 4 to them. But your possession was 66% Blackburn Rovers and 35% Coventry. That's going to be one of the lowest I've known for a long time. Off target was 7 and 4 passes. It even shows you with the possession with passes. I mean, 344 passes for us. That's quite low for us, isn't it? And for them was 665. I mean, when you look at those stats, I mean, we hit the bar 3 times. They've hit the bar once. Do you think it was a fair result?
I don't know. It was the result, and we hit the bar 3 times, and they didn't. I think the stats disguise the fact that Blackburn were knocking it about like a testimonial, like a 5-a-side. They really didn't do much in our last third. And was that good defending, or was that them being toothless? Bit of both. But you could count the passes 8, 9, 10, 7, 8, 9, all around the middle third. And to me, just sit back, let them get on with it. It's producing nothing. So was it a fair result? Well, Ben Wilson made 2 good saves. Their keeper made 1, and we hit the bar 3 times. So I guess it was just. I'd have taken a draw at half time. I would have taken a draw at half time for sure.
I mean, if Claudio
play badly and win.
Claudio, yeah. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, Claudio. I mean, looking at their team, Dom Hyam played really well. I mean, they sort of knew how to mark Matty Godden. Matty Godden didn't really get a sniff, did he? Really last night. But I was impressed with one of their players, and I don't know if anyone can back me up on this. Old Dolan, number 10.
Oh, yeah.
He ran us ragged in the first half. Yeah, he ran us ragged, didn't he, first half?
Yeah, I said to Luca, he's like a Jody Jones lookalike, wasn't he? The stature and everything. And he's sort of tippy-toe dribbling, a bit of a live wire. But we've got one of those sat on the bench, haven't we, at the minute? I think also, because they didn't have they have the false number 9, I said at the start of the game, Fads is going to struggle with this. We've basically got pretty much at times 5 defenders marking no forwards. So it really needed one of our defenders to push up a bit higher into that midfield. To, I think if Sheaf was playing, it'd be different. But I just thought like Ian says, we gave them the whole middle third of our half to play football in, and it did have the feel of a testimonial at times because we didn't put a challenge in. But I think we didn't really cope with them not having a proper striker. It didn't make a difference. And I tell you, it played well for them. Like Schmodix, the number 8, the blonde lad, he's a really good player. But basically, I reckon I could play there with nobody around me for 15 metres. You know, I think we're all capable of passing the ball around if you're not going to get a tackle in. But yeah, it was.
Well, I think that was because they had an extra man in midfield, didn't they, Claudio, than we did? So it was like 3 against 2, 4 against 3, 2 against 1. They were passing around us all the time.
And that's why one of our defenders should have stepped into that hole, basically.
I agree.
And joined in, you know.
Yeah.
But we know we play a rigid 3-man back line, don't we, the 2 wing backs. He's been doing it for years. I know lots of fans are crying out for 4-3-3 and Christmas tree formations and the old-fashioned, I know, whatever formation you want, 4-4-2. It ain't going to happen. It's 3-5-2 pretty much, isn't it? That's what we play. So even the substitutions will always be pretty much like for like. Nothing really changes.
Yeah, and Ken, you got a video of the goal. We'll have that in a minute. The goal, Ayari did a little bit of a Hamer run. Towards the box. Had a little shot away, hit the bar, bounces back out, and Haji Wright pops up with his header and knocks it in the back of the net.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me. That's what it reminded me of, Hamer. The way he ran there and the shot, ferocious shot straight across the crossbar, and then obviously Haji was there, the right place at the right time, and took the chance well. But yeah, that's what we need to do a lot more. Arani needs to get into them positions and shoot a lot more because he's obviously got it in his locker to do that. And if he does it a bit more often, then it'll be a lot better for us. He don't do it enough.
Yeah, definitely not. Now listen, let's have a look at the goal because you got it from the other side of the ground. Here it comes.
Yeah.
Now, I thought the game was crying out. It was just crying out for something to get the fans going. Singer's Corner was so quiet last night. I don't think I've heard it that quiet for a long, long time. But to get the rebound off the bar like it was and to head it in, that's a real difficult technique. Wouldn't you think, Ian?
Firstly, it was the best move we'd had all game because there were 6 or 7 passes that little clip and the highlights I've seen this morning missed out on. It was like the old days. It was crisp, moving the ball quickly, 1-2 touches. Godden didn't quite get it to Allen, but it came to young Ayari. And the rest is history. I don't think it was as easy as Haji Wright made it look. He could easily have mistimed it because it was a looping ball. As Robin said after the game, he kept his eye on it and got enough power to put it into the corner. That could easily have been fluffed. But yeah, it was a good move, and yeah, boy, did we need it. You're right.
Yeah, we got a comment here. Not that one. Sorry. Good evening, Paul Hughes. First, he's joining us. I think he's in Bristol tonight. So good evening, Paul. We live and die in these towns. Come on. And he's gone, even all that matters is that we got the win last night. Might not have been the best performance, but we got the win, really, in the end. We got the win. And that, Ken, going on to the win, it is all that matters, doesn't it? You can play rubbish as long as you don't lose it, and if you can nick it like we nicked it, happy days, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll be more than happy to get a few games like that. It's all about getting 3 points at the moment. We needed that win. We were desperate for a win, really, weren't we? And now we've got 2 on the trot. That gives confidence, and as soon as you start winning games, the form will come better, and obviously the players will get more confident. They'll play with more confidence, and obviously, we'll get better, and we will get better as the season goes on. It's early days, so I think we'll get better, and I'm certainly looking forward to Saturday's game against Norwich, because I think we'll give them a good game, and we owe them a win, to beat them, don't we? Really?
Yeah, definitely owe them one. Now, I mean, I looked at their fixture last night. They've had to travel to Swansea. I mean, that's one hell of a journey, that, and having to travel that far. So
yeah, they got beaten.
Let's hope they've got a bit of a hangover from that, because that's got to be what 6-7 hour drive easily, isn't it? Easily, because it's like nearly 4 hours from here. So
all the City fans were out putting the roadworks up.
Yeah, exactly. Our Norwich fan will tell us all about that, because he didn't get back till late this afternoon. Skyblue Sam says, evening all, looking forward to the free pop and crisps on Saturday. Yes, we're sponsoring the old family zone on Saturday, and Claudio's going to be joining us with his lad Luca as well, so we'll be handing out the crisp and pop. We've also got a competition for that day for the kids. I've got a picture of it all, so we'll bring that up very shortly. Now listen, before we bring some more comments up, let's get Spot the Ball up again. Let's get your guesses in. Come on, if you haven't had a guess, get your guesses in here. Spot the Ball. A little bit later on, we've got Guess the Player, and also we've got some lovely goals coming up just after 8 o'clock before the Norwich fan comes on. So let's guess where the ball is. Let's get your comments in. Come on, have a little go. It's all for fun. It's a rollover this week, so you're going to get an extra prize if you get it right this week. So get your guesses in, have a little look, spot the ball, and see where you think it's going to be. Right then, let's crack on with some more comments. When we get the old comments up here. Where are we now? We've got Under Average Cod fan says, thoughts on Thomas. Claudio, your thoughts on Thomas?
Well, he nearly did on last night what he did on Saturday, where with the ball dropping back to
scored. Yeah.
Ben Wilson, instead of just putting his foot through it and clearing it, he sort of waited for Ben to come out. And I mean, I've seen it on playback, that goal. Well, it's disallowed, but I'd have been unhappy if he'd have had it disallowed. He does get his hands on it. I stopped it, and you can see he's just got both his hands on it, but it was a close one. I'm not sure. A couple of times he brought the ball out. He did the right thing by taking the ball out, but then he kicked it too far ahead of him, didn't he? There's a few times where you could see where he's trying to pass it and just couldn't get the ball through. He's a bit loose, isn't he, at the minute? It's he's the one out of all of them that worries me. Binks, brilliant. Absolutely, he looks a star. He does already.
Yeah.
Fads, you know what you get with Fads, but Tom. The thing is with Thomas, he's meant to have a long throw as well, hasn't he? Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't use it.
I don't understand that. When we're stuck in the corner and you're thinking, we got a throw in. Why isn't he taking a long throw to get up the line? I don't understand that, but I don't know. The jury's out. I mean, he's not let us down big time, but you just feel like out of the three, he's the one who's going to make that short back pass or the short ball forward. He's a bit sort of telegraphed, I think is the word.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll change. I'm sure he will change. Nation Radio comes in. Good evening, Tony. Crap game, to be fair. Thought we were poor, got the goal, so a bonus. Yeah, I think the game wasn't the best for us, but as we say, and Mark Robbins always says, if you're going to play a game like that and play bad, just make sure you don't lose it. And we didn't lose it, which is absolutely fantastic. Under Average Cod fans, come on. We lost shape once Kelly went off. I don't know what's going on with me tonight. Thought the move for Iari for the goal was Hamer Esquire. Yeah, it was, definitely. Nation Radio's come back on again. Hamer was in the changing rooms after last night's game. Oh, very good. Yeah, well, I know he was there, wasn't he?
Can't put him as a ringer, can you?
Yeah, we live and die in these towns. The whole defence, inclusive of the wing backs, was solid last night. Lewis Binks was my man of the match. Didn't really put a foot wrong all night. We've got Wayne Vaughan's come on here. He's gone. Ben was my man of the match, followed by Lewis Binks last night. Under Average Cov fan says Binks is quality, gets better each game. He'll score a goal soon. Yeah, talking about Binks. In the first half, he had a strike, and I think he did it at QPR, if I remember correct. He had a strike, and it sort of just went wide. Last night, he nearly bagged one in the first half. I mean, it was some effort, wasn't it, Ian?
Yeah, I like Binks, like Claudio. I think you see beyond the strong headers and the tackles, he's a footballer. I think playing in Italy has developed him from Spurs. He's, I think he's class. And where we were sitting, we saw him for the whole half in the second half. And he looks, he thinks, he keeps the line straight. He plays out of trouble well. He's got good feet. He hoofs it when he needs to, but he's always looking for a pass when he's got a moment in him. I like him a lot. And I think him and De Silva are really developing a relationship down there. They both trust each other. De Silva, I thought, had another great game. There's a lot of chopping and changing on the right, so I feel sorry for Thomas, really. He was out, then he's back in again, and then we've got, Van Ivak injured, and then Sakamoto, and then maybe Latabodiere. So I don't think you've got that relationship that you have with your pairing on the right. But I love Binks. I think he's good. And I'm hoping that he was taken off because he was on a yellow, because if Kitchen gets a game in there and I was Lewis Binks, I'd be fuming because I ain't put a foot wrong in 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. David McGee's coming. I think Hadji and Sims, then Ayari, 90 minutes, being brave and radical, to be needed. Ken, do you think going into Saturday, now Kelly's out, how would you shape it up? Would you go Hadji and Sims this weekend?
I don't think he'd do that, no. I personally probably would, yeah, but I don't think Robbins will do that. I think Robbins will stick with Godden, to be honest. I just got that funny feeling he'll stick with Godden and Sims, and he'll bring Irani will play, I think. That's what I think he'll do. Obviously, there is other options there, but that's what I think Robbins will do. I've got a funny feeling. I don't know whether we have to play this Irani. We have to play him in a certain amount of games. I don't know what sort of deal it is with Brighton. But he is obviously a good player. And he's got bags of ability, and he cost them a lot of money. So that they want him to play football, obviously. So I don't know whether we've got to play him in so many games. I don't know what the deal is, but obviously Robbins likes him as well. So I think we'll give him a bit of time. I think he'll get better, Arnie. And I think he will. He's only a young lad. He's only young. So he will get better. And he set the goal up, didn't he, last night? So a few more shots on target like that, we won't be complaining.
Definitely not. Now, listen, we're going to get Spot the Ball up once more. We're going to take a quick ad break. Then hopefully a Norwich fan will be in. And we've got a few goals to show. And then after the Norwich fan, we've got guest the players coming up. And we got the winner of the competition to meet the City boys from 87 down at the Walsgrave Working Men's Club. We've got some entries in. I've got Spin the Wheel ready to go. So we'll pick a winner tonight. And if you want to get any tickets, get onto our Twitter account. You'll see I put a post up earlier today. There's a link on there to buy tickets for the evening. It's on the 10th of November. And it is it's £10 a ticket. And the guests will be Dave Bennett, Steve Aguzovic and Mickey Ginn. They will be down at the Walsgrave Working Men's Club on the 10th of November. You can get your tickets online and then you can, go and see them. It'll be a good night because I think Ken and Vicky are going to go down as well. So that should be good. I think Claudio's going.
Yeah, we'll be there.
So, yeah, it should be a real good night. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Sky Blue Fans TV. For the fans, by the fans.
And welcome back to Sky Blue Fans TV. I'm Miles E. We are joined tonight by Ian Small. We're joined by Ken Stewart. And the newest member is Claudio. Good evening, Claudio. Our newest member. Oh, you need to change that at the bottom of the screen now. It needs to say Claudio Sky Blue Fans TV.
Oh, yeah, well, won't I? Yeah.
I'll change that. Now, listen.
You have an inauguration ceremony, Claudio.
Sorry?
You have an initiation ceremony.
Well, I'm wondering if I know what it is.
Sing or something.
Trust me, he's got to sing a song in about 15 minutes before he shoots off on another pod, then he'll be coming back. So I promised you all a little treat. I got you a little treat, courtesy of Mr. View Sky. You'll find Mr. View Sky on YouTube. He's absolutely fantastic. He supplies us with our goals for the intros, and he supplies us for some little segment on the 8 o'clock every Thursday. We're going to show some old games, old goals of whoever we're playing that week. And this is beautiful. You'll love this. Absolutely brilliant. Here we go. Thank you, Mr. View Sky.
Coventry. Sansom. Done me by Gallagher. And then Love made it his. He was quick. Can he finish? Oh, that's a lovely goal. That is a lovely goal by the Zimbabwean.
Richie Partridge cutting in well from the byline. He's got a lot of space. Oh, what a shot! Oh, what a goal! That's one of the goals of the season, surely, from young Richie Partridge. The man signed recently from Liverpool.
Pumped forward down this near side. Now Adebola, can he get through? He's here, he's one-on-one. He's got the strength, Adebola! Well, he's beaten Rob Green low to his right-hand side, and after just 10 minutes.
Who's launched into the area, headed away. Coventry City looking to wrap up victory now in its opening game of the season. Ball is threaded through and it's chipped up towards the far post, back off the crossbar, and it's tapped home by Leon McKenzie. Two former Crystal Palace players combined.
Hey, how about that, lads? Any of you been to any of those games?
Most of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Most of them.
Yeah.
I remember the Unlove goal when he put the keeper on his backside with the drop of a shoulder. That was poetry, that was.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
I remember the speedy chip as well. I went to the speedy chip at Norwich.
Yeah, that was
David Speedovich, every goal was goal of the month contender, wasn't it, at one stage? Chipped so many keepers.
Yeah.
But I went 83 FA Cup replay, freezing cold, extra time, and I think Norwich beat us 2-1, and we scored no goals. Either Butterworth or Roberts stuck it in our own net. That was a horrible trip back. It's a long way back from Norwich, isn't it, when you lose? So.
I remember going, and I used to live up that neck of the woods for about 5 years, and we went up there one day, and it raining all day, and I think that was a cup game. And I think we won 3-1. And didn't John Eustace score his first goal for the City there?
Oh right, yeah.
It was absolutely. Right. It was like playing on a lake. It was, but it did stop raining just before the game. And this kid Eustace, who we hadn't heard much about, and he scored a cracker.
I'd say these stories are just brilliant. I mean, this is it's just so good. That's why we get different guests on, and that's why we've asked Claudio to come on because of all his history. He remembers everything. I'm terrible. My head's like a sieve. I remember last night, or I remember Saturday's game. But after that, I'm a bloody nightmare. I'm absolutely awful. Now listen, we've got our Norwich guest coming in. We've got a Norwich guest coming in. Right? And he's actually. I mean, this lad, right? He's gone. He's had such a long journey. He travelled all the way to Swansea yesterday, and he's travelled all the way back today. So he's obviously stopped there last night, unless his coach broke down, like a lot of coaches lately are breaking down on their way home from games and stuff. But I'm going on their podcast later on. I'm sure it's Pinkun, and we've got Connor. Good evening, Connor.
Good evening, lads. How are we?
All good, all good. Now listen, Connor, how are you feeling after that long journey? How long has it took you? Come on, because we were having a guess earlier. We reckon it was about 6 hours.
Yeah, it's funny actually. I heard the back end of you saying there and talking about how far away Norwich is. We're delighted when we get to go to Coventry. That's one of our closest ones. So yes. That's brilliant. But yeah, in terms of the journey itself, I think we set off yesterday. It would have been just before midday. Got to the ground about 5-ish, and then today left at about 10 a.m. and didn't get back till about 3:20 with a couple of stops either side. So yeah, and we had Plymouth 10 days ago as well. So it's been a bit of a rough schedule, but I think I'm looking forward to sleeping in the international break, to be honest.
I mean, you've been down to Swansea. We don't have much luck down at Swansea. And on my lunch break today, I watched the extended highlights of the game last night for you guys, and unfortunately, it was with the Swansea commentators, and not being disrespectful or anything, but seriously, they're so biased. You've never heard anything like it. I don't know if you've ever watched it back or something like that, but they are really biased. But I mean, parts of that game, you were pretty unlucky not to come away with a point there, weren't you?
Yeah, I think it wasn't a bad performance by any stretch of the imagination. I think Norwich have played worse than that, probably against Stoke relatively recently and won the game. Probably just a lack of quality in both boxes, really. It was a mistake from Shane Duffy that led to the first goal. You get yourself back in the game, and then you apply so much pressure in the second half, and you don't find a goal at the right time, and then Swansea had a 10-minute burst and were able to score the winner. So yeah, I think they obviously lost 6-2 to Plymouth previously. And I think that game was embarrassing, and you could attach all the words to the performance. But last night was probably more frustration, really, because they played okay. But that's kind of where they're at. I think it's now 4 successive defeats on the road, and yeah, in a bit of a tricky spot at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah, and I suppose it's not helping the matters that the old tractor boys down the road are knocking on the door, 25 points already. They're halfway to the magical 50. That must be doing you head in, mustn't it?
Nice one, Miles.
Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, thanks for that. No, yeah. I don't think it helps. I don't think it helps, but it's probably the first time, and I'm not even saying this flippantly because I think there is an element of truth. It's the first time they've been relevant, really, to Norwich for a long period of time, and we know how the game works, right? It works in cycles. Norwich have had such a decade of dominance. They've not beaten Norwich since 2008. So that is, I guess, and even I can appreciate, the job that Kieran McKenna's doing in the football that they're playing. I just hope it doesn't last for very long. So that's my limit.
We all are, mate, honestly.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not helped.
Yeah, I mean, how do you think? I know you say you've had 4 defeats on the bounce on the road. How do you think your season's fared though? Apart from that, because obviously we've had a couple of defeats. We're unbeaten at home at the moment. I mean, how do you think your home form is going?
Yeah, I think it's interesting because I think once you reach game 10, people tend to be quite reflective on kind of what's happened. It's the first kind of milestone of the season. I think we talk about it in that sense. I think the word I would probably use to describe Norwich City is inconsistent. They had a really good start. They were unbeaten in their first 5, and thereafter, if you include the cup games, they've lost 5 in 7. So it's been a bit of a funny old start, to be honest. The home form's been good, been better considering the way that they ended last season, which was woefully, particularly at Carrow Road, where they went 5 games without scoring a goal at home. So that was a key issue that they needed to address, and amongst many, to be honest. And I think they find themselves in 7th. Honestly, I think if you'd have asked most Norwich fans at the start of the season, after 10 games, you'll be 7th, you'll be in touching distance of the playoffs, I think most would have taken that. But to be honest, at the moment, it kind of feels like they're falling down the league. and there are other teams coming up above it, and it just all feels a little bit mid-table at the moment, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, the home form has been really, really good so far. So that's something to cling on to, I guess.
I mean, everyone expected you to go straight back up last season, like you did, few seasons up, down, up, down, up, down. Everyone thought Norwich, they're going to go straight back up. They thought that about Watford. I mean, you just mentioned there that you think you're a mid-table team. Watford fans come on here and said exactly the same. They said that, they see themselves as a mid-table team now. Can you put your finger on that? Why that is? I mean, because obviously, you've had all these parachute payments and stuff. How is it you've ended up this level?
Well, the point I would make on parachute payments, I know they get spoken about a lot, but from Norwich's perspective, they're kind of gone because they had a really big window by their standards in the Premier League last time around. They spent around £60 million. They had to then take out loans to kind of cover that, and because of COVID and various other reasons, so they took loans out against the parachute payments. So they're kind of gone, really. Beyond that, it's been poor choices of head coach. Dean Smith didn't work and didn't achieve what most people hoped and expected he would. The recruitment has been pretty poor as well, and it's just been kind of a slow kind of, for want of a better word, kind of rot is kind of the way that it's felt. It's been a slow demise and quite painful actually at points, and this is kind of where I'm at the moment. You look at other championship clubs. Ipswich is a really good example. Just lots of clubs making better decisions, following a certain strategy. And the other thing I would say is there's a lot of uncertainty at Norwich at the moment. There's kind of changes at ownership level with Delia Smith and her husband Michael Wynne-Jones. There's some American investors who are coming in. The sporting director resigned in March, but he's currently working a 12-month notice period. He's got a manager on a rolling contract. It's been a big shift in transfer policy, which I think the jury's out to see if that works. So all of those factors probably are at play, because I think externally there's always this view that Norwich City are quite stable, and at the moment they don't really feel that way. And yeah, on the pitch, I think it's been a real struggle to find an identity, to recruit well, as I said, and you kind of mix all of those stuff together, and I think you get the rule book for what relegated teams from the Premier League shouldn't do. And you look at Stoke, West Brom, those types of teams, it kind of feels like Norwich and I guess Watford as well, for different reasons, are kind of following all of the rules in that book that you're supposed to avoid.
Yeah, and I mean, let's talk about Saturday's game coming up, as that's why we got you on here. And I mean, where do you think your threat is for us? Where do you think that we've got to be wary on Saturday?
Well, Norwich want to play in transition. They want to counter teams. They would be quite happy to soak up a lot of possession and try and hit Coventry on the counter attack. That's where they feel they can hurt teams. Goals at the moment, they've got kind of their two strikers. So Josh Sargent, who started the season so well, is out until January with an ankle injury. Ashley Barnes as well is out till the next international break in November with a knee injury. So having to rely on Adam Ida, who has been pretty good, but is struggled a little bit, and Norwich's attack has struggled as a result. I think Gabriel Sara, which is I'm sure a player that you guys will be aware of. I thought Gustavo Hamer was the best kind of all round midfielder in the Championship last season. He's obviously no longer here, and I think probably Gabriel Sara has fitted into that mantle quite nicely. And yeah, I think that's where Norwich will try and hurt. John Rowe as well has had an electric start to the campaign. So Norwich will want to play in transition. They'll want space to kind of gallop into, and that's the sort of game they'll be hoping for. And actually, what Swansea, which is why Swansea got off to a really good start, was they let Norwich have the ball and said, "Go on, then make a mistake," and Norwich did. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm thinking Norwich are going to try and play it on Saturday. But they try and pride themselves on being quite all rounded, but. The jury is probably out on that, shall we say?
Yeah. Well, I mean, as I say, I watched a bit of the highlights, and yeah, I mean, you could see where the mistake came from and things like that. It didn't look, fantastic, but then you did get a great equaliser back, which was really, it made the game liven up a little bit. Now, listen, before we carry on, there's a game we do on here, and I've got to ask you, right, because I've got to put this up again. We do spot the ball, right? So I need you to have your guess, and you might win a prize, and it's a rollover this week. All right, so you might win 3 prizes. So,
What's the prize?
It's an Ipswich mug.
It's an Ipswich mug. No, it's not an Ipswich mug. Right, here we go. Are you ready? Here you go.
Okay.
It's an Ed Sheeran album. Right, here we go. Where's the ball, Connor? Come on. We always ask the away fans where the ball is. Where do you think the ball is?
I'm going to go for 23.
23. Okay, where's that? 23. Oh, yeah, there. I see it. Just behind the QPR badge. Got you. Excellent. Okay, so number 23. Right, there you go. We do that every week, right? So we've got people coming on and we ask all the guests, and we've got the fans coming in and making comments where they think the ball is. Janet's just come in and said number 3. So Janet's gone with number 3. Excellent stuff. Right, now let's get a comment up here. I've got a real nice. This is a pretty good comment from We Live and Die in These Towns, Connor. On your opinion, out of the players that have moved on from Norwich this summer, who is the one player that Norwich have really missed? Now, we're really missing Gustavo, right? We're really missing him. We've got no midfielders for Saturday. They're all attacking midfielders, apart from, well, no, we've got one defensive midfielder. That's it. Everyone else is attacking. Who are you missing the most, do you think, this season?
For purely sentimental reasons, Teemu Pukki, just what he achieved at the football club, the goals that he scored, the bloke that he is. I think that's probably the natural answer. Footballing wise, I think probably Kieran Dow maybe, and I know you guys probably saw that in the reverse fixture, which was arguably one of his best games in a Norwich shirt in that game last year. Just felt like what David Wagner was trying to do. He felt like he really fitted it, and then he went and got injured for the rest of the season. We never really saw him much after that Coventry game, and then he signed for Rangers. So that was a little bit disappointing, but it's kind of a sign of what his Norwich career was like. So yeah, I think Teemu Pukki for sentimental reasons, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely missing Gustavo. It's hard, isn't it, when you lose players that are really sort of you just fall in love with them, don't you? And it took Gustavo probably a year to get used to the Championship. He started to become good last season. He won so many crucial games for us, especially the playoff semi-final up at Middlesbrough. It was just unbelievable, and you do miss players like that, don't you? And it's hard to find a replacement. And I think with fans, we're very impatient, aren't we? And when they bring in a replacement, we want them to be exactly the same as that player, and they're not going to be, are they?
No, and that's exactly it. And so it's big shoes to fill, I think. And Josh Sargent kind of stepped into that. He took the number 9 shirt. That felt like a real kind of show of intent. Started the season really well, and then injured his ankle ligaments, actually blocking a clearance from the goalkeeper to score a goal at Huddersfield. So how's your luck? But what Norwich have done, I think subsequently they were very, very reliant on Teemu Pukki for a long period of time for goals, both at Premier League and Championship level. And what they've done subsequently actually is kind of shared the goals around a little bit better. So that's been a bonus. So yeah, you're right, and people certainly have looked towards the likes of Josh Sargent, Ashley Barnes, Adam Eder to kind of provide those goals, but they've shared them around probably a lot better. And actually before the weekend, they were the league's top scorers. So they haven't done too badly in that department so far, but yeah, he's a proper Norwich City legend.
Yeah, well, listen, Claudio's had to pop off, so he'll be back in a bit. He's had to go onto another channel, and he'll be straight back. Now, listen, we're going to look at the league table, and then we're going to get some results for Saturday. We're going to get some predictions. Let's have a little look at the league table here. So we've got Leicester at the top on 27 points. We've got Ipswich on 25, Preston 20, Sunderland 19, it's the top 6. West Brom and Leeds 16, and you're 7th on 16 points. Cardiff on 16, Hull on 16, and all the way down to Southampton in 10th are on 16 points. I mean, that there is just phenomenal, isn't it? All those teams there. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. 6 teams on 16 points. Followed by Birmingham and Bristol on 15. They're literally the same on goal difference and everything there. Look, on the old points and everything else there. We are played 10. We're on 14 points in 13th place. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, I can't believe that we're only 2 points off the playoffs, to be honest with you. I can't believe how that's happened. And then working from the bottom, we got Sheffield Wednesday, Rotherham, QPR. There's Watford. We are just talking about them, Connor. Watford down there on 9 points and Blackburn on 10. And then you've got your Millwall, Swansea, Plymouth, Middlesbrough, Stoke, Huddersfield. I mean, looking at that table now, we're 10 games in. Where do you think you are realistically? Where do you think? I know you said mid-table, but I mean that's not bad. 16 points, 10 games. You're sitting pretty there in seventh, with five other teams plus you on 16 points. That's not bad, really, is it?
No, it's not. I think it's been productive, probably rather than spectacular, and that's fine. As I said, I think there's probably an element, and I know you mentioned the Ipswich factor. I'd say there's also been a factor as to how those points have been kind of accrued that plays its part as well. Because Norwich, as I said, they won 4 straight off the bounce, and that raised expectations to a level that they were never going to be able to sustain. To be honest, and then subsequently their last 5 have not been as great, and performances have dropped off a cliff really. So I guess it's more the current context and the performances, and maybe where it feels like they're heading, which is certainly south of 7th at the moment. That is maybe fueling a little bit of the concern. But you're right. You look at it. You look at that league table there. You look at some of the teams they're in the round. They're on a par with 2 of the relegated teams in Leeds and Southampton. So I don't think any Norwich fan would be really frustrated with that. I think it's more the context of where they are, and whether they'll be there in 10 games time. I think that's maybe the key point around it. And it's really interesting to see where Coventry are, because a win on Saturday for you guys takes you ahead of Norwich. So that would be quite, from a Norwich perspective, that would be quite. I don't know if alarming is the word, but that would be quite. I guess. It would back up a lot of the assumptions that people are making about Norwich at the moment, as in Norwich City sort of fans.
Yeah, I mean, now listen, I will say we were in League One and we didn't win away from home until I think it was New Year's Day at Wickham. So don't worry. Okay, you've lost 4 on the road, but you know what I mean. Don't worry. You never ever worry. Now, listen, we're going to get some predictions for Saturday. All right. We'll go with Ken first. Ken, give us a prediction for Saturday. Ken. We've gone all quiet on it. Right, we'll come to Ian. Ian? Ian, give us a prediction for Saturday.
I haven't got a clue how this one's going to go because of our injury crisis. I think if he plays one up front and packs out the midfield, I think IRE could link up nicely, and he'll have the support behind him to make a match of it. If he sticks with 2 up top, I've got a feeling Norwich will break us down. On that basis, I'm going to sit on the fence and go for a draw. I think we might sneak it 1-0, but I think 1 each is probably a more realistic proposal, because what Connor doesn't know is we've got a string of injuries. I know you've said 2 of your lads up front are gone, but our midfield is decimated.
It's down to the bare bones, Connor, honest. It really is. It's right. Seriously, we've strengthened everywhere else and we've forgot about buying a midfield. So I think Mark Robbins has forgot that we play with a midfield, but hey ho, never mind. Ken, give us a score prediction. Are you back? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I can hear you. All right. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win. I think we'll continue to go on a winning run, a mini winning run. So I'm going to say 2-1. Confidence is back, and hopefully we can catch Norwich on another bad day.
Lovely. And Connor, we'll come to you, mate. What are you going for?
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with Ken. I can't come on here and predict a Norwich defeat, can I? That wouldn't be good. So I'll go, even if I don't really believe it, I'll go for a 2-1 Norwich win.
2-1 Norwich win. Okay. Right, brilliant. Now, listen, thanks for coming on, mate. It's been absolutely brilliant having you on. And I know you're going to absolutely shattered. And you've got to go off now and do your pod. I'm coming on at 9, so I'll see you later on. And well done for going all that way, mate. That's some journey, that is, kidder. Yeah. Tell you. Isn't it, Ian? That's some journey.
Well, I used to travel from Brandon in Suffolk to Hertfordshire and back up to Coventry every week.
Know it well. Yeah, I've actually got a colleague of mine is a big Coventry fan, so he's looking forward to Saturday, I think.
Yeah. I wonder if we know him. Never know. We never know. Ken, you got anything to ask? Got anything to ask Ian or Ken before he goes?
No, just go on, Ken.
I was going to ask him about the manager at Norwich and how he settled in. The manager you've got now there.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I would say we're probably in a period of where fans are looking at it and going, we're not sure, but we're not so sure that we want him gone, and we're not so convinced that we don't. I think he's in a bit of a grey area at the moment, because I mentioned the end of last season that was dismal. Really, they won 1 in 11 games. They had injuries within that, and there was other context, but they were so poor in that. But I think everyone was prepared to give him a pre-season and kind of see how it worked out. And obviously, you win your first 4 games, and that changes the mood. But subsequently, again, performances have dipped, and now that kind of looks like the odd bit out, really, that winning run. So I think we're approaching a really important time for him as Norwich boss, and
Well, don't get rid of him, Connor, because every time Norwich have a change of boss, I always get nervous that ex-player Mark Robbins is going to be top of your list.
He's sort of highly. Yeah,
he is the Messiah at Coventry, so hands off.
To be honest, I'm not sure it would be a step up for him, so I think you'll be okay.
I haven't given my prediction, so I better give it, and I'm going for this weekend, and this is daft. I'm going for a 0-0. For a 0-0 this weekend. Yeah, something about it, isn't it? It's something about it.
Well, Claudio's just messaged he's going for 1-0 to Cov.
Yeah, I've just seen it. He's coming back. He's back. Anyway, listen, Connor, get off. You've got to get off and go and do your thing. And I'll see you in half an hour. Mate. Thanks for coming on. Take care.
Cheers, guys. Thank you very much. See you soon.
Cheers, mate.
Bye.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. That's how it is. I love it when we get
my wife's from Norwich. Well, Lingwood, a little village just outside Norwich.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that why you moved there then?
That's why we moved up to Brandon. Yeah, not far. Brandon's near Thetford on the A11. So I used to go down and pick Reese up from Oddiston and go all the way up to Cov. It's about a 250-mile round trip every bloody game.
Now listen, we got the old competition winner coming soon for the old tickets for the Walsgrave City Boys of '87. If you haven't got your tickets yet, you go onto our Twitter page. I put a post up. You've got a link on there to be able to buy the tickets. £10 each. Going to be Nicky Ginn, Dave Bennett, and Oggy on the 10th of November at the Walsgrave Working Men's Club. £10 tickets. Going to be a fantastic night. I mean, I've interviewed Benno. And Benno's absolutely off his rocker, so it will be an absolute brilliant night. So you got to get yourselves down there.
Get on well with you then, Miles.
Sorry?
He'll get on well with you.
Yeah, he would get it. Yeah. Listen, Victoria Oakes has come in here, and because she's down in Cornwall, bless her. Good evening, Victoria, again. Going for 2-1 Cov, but she says, if we win this week, she's banished to go and stay down in Cornwall. Yes, you are. You're not coming back, because that'd be 3 wins on the bounce if you're down in Cornwall. So, yes, you will be banished.
How do you think I'll feel then? If we win and we get 3 wins with me being over there, I'm going to have to open up a GoFundMe page for me to stop here for the rest of the season.
You have to stay in the UK.
Yeah, sleep here for you. You have to come back every weekend, Ian.
Well, I'm coming back for the Stoke game.
We live and die in these towns. He's going for 2-1 win on Saturday. Lack of options in the middle is killing us. However, if Sheaf's back, then the same score, 2-1. Well, I think it's a bit soon for Sheaf, but you never know. Luke Carter's joined us tonight. Good evening, Luke. He's going 1-0. Paul Hughes is going 2-1. Brilliant. Paul Hughes says Connor was excellent. Yes, he was. He was very good. I love having the away fans, and it's so good getting a view of the away teams. I think it's just brilliant because we don't know how they're playing. We don't know what they're up to. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes, and teams don't know that about us. So it's nice to get to know it, isn't it, really? So let's have a look. Right, hold on. Before we give the competition out, got another competition, bit of fun. Name the players. Come on, guys. Right, we'll go with you first. Ian, name the players left to right.
Dabs, Hyam, Fads, Dennis Wise.
Dabs, Hyam. Yeah. Fads and Wisey. Okay. Ken?
That might not be Wise. Just seen the kid.
Yeah, Dabs, Hyam, I think. Fads. I think that's right. It's that last one. Not sure on the last one, to be fair.
Have a guess. Why are you doing that? Why are you guessing? Hold on a sec. Why are you guessing? Luke's come on and said Palmer. Covandy says 1-0 Saturday. Wayne Vaughan says 2-0. I've got something to put up about Wayne in a minute, so bear with us. I'll get that up in a sec. So come on, Ken, who is it?
I haven't got a clue. I'll go say it looks a bit like Wise, but I'm not sure with the kit. Yeah, the kit.
I've just had a second take because of the kit.
Wayne's gone Adam Armstrong. Luke's gone scrap that, not Palmer. It's good. I like this. So we'll come back to that in a sec. We'll give the answers in a sec. While we're talking about Wayne, we had a competition early on in the season. It was the Middlesbrough game, wasn't it? Well, the start of the season.
Yeah.
That's right, isn't it, Ken?
Yeah, he correctly predicted the score for the Middlesbrough game because it rolled over. Nobody got it right the first game of the season against Leicester. Nobody predicted to Leicester to win 2-1. So it rolled over to the second game. And Wayne got correct. He predicted 3-0 Cardiff. And there he is with his prize. The shirt. We have to wait a while, obviously, for these shirts to come in because they're like everybody else. But he's delighted he's got it now. Yeah. He's got it on.
Yeah. Fair play to him. I also got something else to mention tonight. Question of Sport going on down at the Sky Blue Tavern. Sky Blue Fans TV and Sky Blue Extra will be helping out with this. We're looking for people to join the panel. We're going to have a captain on each team. We're going to have a presenter. It's going to be based like Question of Sport, and you can win up 50 quid cash. So if you want to enter, get onto the Sky Blue Tavern Twitter page, and you can enter via the link on there. That is Thursday, the 26th of October. So it's not too far away, a couple of weeks away. Question of Sport with Sky Blue Fans TV. Oh, yes. The #1 live streaming channel for Cov City and Sky Blue Extra with podcasts. So there you go. That's coming up on the 26th. We're also doing the Family Zone this weekend. We've got a quiz for the kids. Name the players. Nice and easy for them. We're going to try and get it printed out in colour tomorrow. Fingers crossed. And then we'll get the kids to guess the players, put their names on there. And then what we're going to do, we've got some prizes to give away. And Ken, we've got some extra prizes, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got some prizes to give away. We've got some mugs to give away, and we've got some Sky Blue Fans TV water bottles as well to give away, as well as some prints that have been given us by one of our partners, CCFC Prints, who have given us some. They're the mug, and there's the water bottle and the mug, and he's going to give us some prints from COD players to add to our prize giveaway. So we're going to have some prints of the players to give away as well. Thank you very much from Lee at CCFC Prints for giving us them.
Brilliant. Now listen, we're going to do the draw for the tickets. This is what the tickets are for. Sorry, Ian. Every time I put something on, it blanks you out. Sorry, mate. So we've got the CCFC Boys of 87 competition we were running. And the competition was this, going across the bottom of the screen, for your chance to win the 2 tickets for the CCFC Boys of 87 at the Working Men's Club in Coventry, Walsgrave Working Men's Club. we asked you to name the 3 players, nice and easy, that are attending the event. And it's on the 10th of November at Walsgrave Working Men's Club. And if you haven't got your tickets, you can find the link on our Twitter page. If you go over to there and you can find the link to buy tickets, £10 each, and you get to go and meet the players on the night as well, which would be brilliant. So we're going to draw the draw now for it all, and we're going to get to the winner. Now, what I've done today, I don't know how this is going to work. I've got, if you can see this, I've got a spinning machine. Can you see it? See that? That way. See it? Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to press the button, and we're going to get a winner.
Yeah.
And the winner will be announced just in just one sec while I click this. Right. Okay. Here we go. We're going to spin it. Here we go. So we're spinning it, and the winner's going to be... Paul Hughes is the winner of the 2 tickets to the Working Men's Club. There you go, to see the City Old Boys. And that was random, honest, random. You see me press the button. So there you go.
All high tech.
Paul Hughes.
It's the equivalent to VAR.
So Paul Hughes, you've won the tickets to the Walsgrave Working Men's Club on the 10th of November. And here we go. Beth Baker's just gone. Well done, Paul. There you go. Well done, Paul.
Congratulations,
brilliant
Paul.
Stuff. Hold on a sec. What we got here? Oh, Beth Baker's come in and said, "Is it Madders in the picture?" Let's have a look. There we go again. Is it Madders? Well,
yes.
is it? Who knows?
I think you could be right.
Victoria's gone. Dabo,
could be
Hyam,
Madison, yeah.
Fads and Wise. Janet's gone. Dabo. I think she meant to say Hyam. Fads and Jones. Janet's gone. Dabo, Hyam, Fads and Jones.
Jones.
Just said Paul. Paul Hughes. Well, I'll bring my mum. See you there. Well, Ken will be there and Vicky will be there. I won't be there though, Paul. Sorry, but they will be there. But yeah, I'll get them tickets out to you. If you can email, I think I've got your address, but email me your address and I'll get them tickets sent out this week for you. We live and die in these towns. Says congratulations, Paul. Claudio's gone. See you there, Paul. Hopefully, Claudio will be joining us back in a minute. So, final. Here we go then. Should we give out the answers to guess the player?
Yes.
Dabo, Hyam, Fads.
Was Dennis Wise?
It was Dennis
right,
Wise.
Ian.
Wow.
Yes, Ian. Yes, you got it right.
I always get the right answers when there's no prize.
Hey, you don't know. You might have won spot the ball yet, mate. You might have won spot the ball. So, yeah. So there you go. Live and die in these towns, says Dabo, Hyam, Fads and Misford. No, look. It's here, look.
Wise.
Dabo, Hyam, Fads, Dennis Wise. There you go. Yeah, I like
that. The Cassidy kit was very similar to this year's, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. That's what put me off a little bit. The kit.
It did know as well.
Yeah. But yeah, apparently, right, he was the oldest player to score for Coventry City. There you go. Yeah, he was. Just to let you know, everyone, before we wrap up the show, because we've got to do Spot the Ball again in a minute. I just want to say, next week, next Thursday, there's a special show. Now, Ian, you can join from France. I'm going to join from 10,000 feet in the air, hopefully. And Ken, Vicky, and Claudio are going to be doing a quiz. So we did a quiz the last World Cup break, and we thought we'd do last international break. We thought we'd do another quiz. Vicky has been working really hard this week, even though she's on holiday. She's been working really hard, bless her. She's come up with this quiz, which is fantastic. And I'm not going to give it away because it will spoil it, but it is brilliant. I've seen it today. I had a little look at it. I'll tell you, I'd never come up with the idea for this quiz that she's done. Absolutely brilliant. And we'll have Spot the Ball next week as well. And I'll do a guess the player as well, or guess the shirt for everyone. So next week's going to be really exciting, next Thursday. We have got a live show Sunday night with Ken. Ken's going to be hosting on Sunday night. And Saturday, there won't be a live stream from the ground because we are sponsoring the Family Zone, and I don't think they'll like it if I'm going around with the camera because Coventry City Media team will be there. So we won't do a live stream from the Family Zone, unfortunately, Saturday. So Ken will be back on Sunday. Now, let's have a look at... we've got some more comments coming in first. What's this? Have I missed Spot the Ball? No, you haven't, Luke. Here you go. Where's the ball, Luke? Have a guess. Go on, Luke. Give us a guess. Get your guesses in. And you never know. You might win a prize tonight, Luke. Get your guesses in, mate. Give us a guess. Give us a guess, Luke. Give us a guess. Come on. Get your guess in. Where do you think the ball is? Last chance before we wrap it up for the evening. Last chance. Where is Spot the Ball tonight? Where is the ball? Come on. Where is the ball? Where do you think it is? Come on. It's got to be there somewhere. Come on, Luke. Get your messages in before we wrap it up. Big comment. I love this comment, right? This is Geordie. Away the lads. All right. Oh, Luke's gone number 12. 12. And Beth's gone 28. Okay. So Beth's gone 28. So Geordie's joined us. And then we live and die in these towns. Says, congratulations, Geordie, for the win against PSG. Absolutely fantastic win last night for Newcastle, wasn't it, Ian?
Outstanding. I couldn't believe it. I heard the scores coming through when I was up the CBS, and I thought 2-0 up if they can hold on to that. And I heard it was 4-1.
Yeah.
Tremendous.
Yeah, smashed it.
Brilliant.
Smashed it. Really good, wasn't it, Ken?
Yeah, fantastic win for them. I can't see many teams in the Champions League getting anything at Newcastle, to be honest. The home record. They're going to struggle.
One of the great days out as a City fan going up there, and Liverpool. The fans were just so welcoming. All the pubs welcomed you. They're a great bunch. Love the football. I'm chuffed for them.
Yeah, I mean, they've done really well, bless them, really well. There's one more picture.
Yeah.
I love this picture. I don't know if you've seen this, guys. It's on social media from QPR. Not a camera in sight. Look at that. Not one phone recording that celebration. Isn't that fantastic?
We're all old school then.
Well, Pete, the lad up on the top right-hand side is Pete, my cousin. He's there. And then you see the guy in the middle, bald head and purple sort of jacket. That is Gordon from the Leamington and Warwick Supporters Club. That's Gordon. So it's a brilliant picture. Love it. Absolutely love it. It's brilliant stuff. I mean, to go to a game and celebrate like that without a camera phone is just out of this world. Right then, here we go. Paul, if you could send that to on email, mate, because I won't be able to pick it up after tonight. So if you can send that on email, that'd be great for you, Jess, buddy, please, if you don't mind. Thank you very much. So Spot the Ball. Are we ready? So this is where we think it is, one of those numbers. And the answer is, what did you go for again, Ian? 17?
I can't remember. I think it was 17 or 22.
Ken went 15 and Claudio went 22. I can tell you, we do have 2 correct answers this evening. So we do have 2 correct answers. Yes.
Okay, but let's reveal the number.
Okay, the number is number 6.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, I didn't see Godden jump in there.
Yeah,
no,
Godden jump in. Number 6.
I've never seen him jump in.
No, no.
Yes. Yeah. So we've got Wayne. Bloody hell, Wayne. How many competitions do you want to win? Yeah. And Sky Blue Sam. Okay. So shall I put it in my wheelie thing? Shall I put it in my little spin the wheel thing?
Just a coin.
That's a good idea, isn't it? So listen, going into Saturday's game, I mean, it's going to be exciting, isn't it? After winning all these, winning the last two games. I mean, it's got to bring the confidence back to the team, hasn't it? Don't you think?
Well, yeah, I'd like to think so. I think,
yeah.
Obviously the injuries is not a great thing, but I think wins provide confidence, don't they? And I think if you start winning games, you're going to have confidence, and the lads that are going to come in and do a job will be confident as well. So, and hopefully they'll do a good job. And hopefully we'll get another 3 points. And it's all about confidence. Confidence is a massive thing in football. And if we start winning games, that gives a team confidence. And hopefully when the other players come back, Sheaf, and obviously O'Hare is a big one. They're two major players for us, and when them two come back, things will be a lot better, won't they, as well?
Yeah, I think for me, as you just touched on there, Ken. So I'm not being rude. I'm doing the spinny thing, sorting out. I think the thing is for me is that confidence for the team now going and after last night's performance wasn't absolutely fantastic.
No.
You could see that something was about to happen, and things are starting to improve a little. I'm just worried, and I'm probably with Ian's probably with me as well, and you are. I'm worried about the midfield. I'm absolutely terrified with the midfield. I really am. I don't know what we're going to do, to be honest. I just think I'm scared. I think the only way we can manage with the midfield is by changing formation. I really do think that if we're
bringing Lats into midfield and letting Iari go further forward and play one up front with Iari just behind him, because Iari, to be honest, on last night's performance, provides very little in the back third.
Yeah.
Whereas Latabodiere, I think, would be a bit of a protector, wouldn't he? He's no Kelly, but he'll at least break up those little 1-2s on the edge of the box.
Yeah, definitely will. I just think that's the only thing I'm worried about. I really am worried about the midfield. So, but we'll just have to see how it goes, and we'll crack on. Anyway, listen, right, we're gonna do spin the wheel. Here you go, boys. I keep forgetting my camera's the opposite way around. There you go.
Is that another app you've just downloaded?
No, same one. I've just added the names. I've changed the colours. So we've got Wayne Vaughan on there, question number 6, and we've got Sky Blue Sam. So this is the rollover week. So here we go. You ready? Press. There you go. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Okay. Oh. Sky Blue Sam, you've won Spot the Ball this week. Congratulations. Well done, Sky Blue Sam. Everyone will be saying it's a fix if Wayne won that one.
Yeah. All we need off him is if he emails us his details, we'll get them off in the post to you, or deliver them if you live in Coventry. We'll deliver them personally to you.
Yeah. Emails going across the bottom of the screen. info@Sky Blue Fans TV. Don't forget, everyone, please like and subscribe on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, also on YouTube. And massive thank you to Ian, coming all the way from France tonight just to be on the show.
And to watch the lads.
You were slow with that one. Wayne's just popped up and said fix. There you go. No, thanks, Ian, for coming on. And Claudio, he was going to come back, but he's obviously got chatted on the other channel. So he's representing us on another channel tonight. A big thank you to Claudio for joining the team. And Ken, thank you again for coming on tonight. Yeah. You'll be live Sunday night, 7:30.
Yes, we'll be.
Just one little thing, Miles and Ken. I'll be putting some of my dad's ashes in the Garden of Remembrance on Saturday before the game. So that'll be a nice moment for us.
Oh, lovely! That'll be nice, won't it? And is it the Remembrance board this Saturday?
No, but it's
it is. Yes.
Because I'm over in England, I asked the funeral directors if they could put most of them in one box to go with my mum and a little canister for me. So I've probably got his toes or something, or his hands or something. So he's going up the CBS anyway.
Oh, lovely!
Yeah, it is the Remembrance scoreboard game. whereas you get all your this week because my brother was a big Cov fan, as you know. My brother passed away recently. We've got him coming up on the scoreboard as well. So it is one of the games of the season where you can send all your details into the club, and they will put pictures and stuff on the board for family members that we've lost over the last few months or so.
Brilliant. Well, I wish you all the best, Ken, and wish you all the best, Ian, as well. And hope it goes well scattering the ashes. And that's where the family zone is, up near there. So come and say hello.
Yeah, you're not
to
a million miles
Saturday,
away from the family zone, so we're not far from.
Yeah, we'll be up there early, so we've got a bit of a quiet time. We'll be leaving London cracker sparrows.
Brilliant stuff. So just want to say a massive thank you again to everyone tonight for taking part. Thank you so much for everyone watching. It really makes the show when we get interactions and everyone really enjoying themselves. And let's hope for another 3 points. Just over 24 hours away. So I'm only working till 12 tomorrow and I'm off for 2 weeks. Get in. And I'm just going to enjoy it. So let's just enjoy Saturday. Let's bring 3 points home before the international break. You imagine winning 3 games on the bounce. What a blooming turnaround that will be. So, come on, our Sky Blues. Give us a big Sky Blue army, guys.
Play up, Sky Blues.
Sky Blue army. Good night.
Sky Blue army. Sky Blue army. Sky Blue Fans TV, for the fans, by the fans.